4,275 pounds. The very, very popular 2109S coming in with a facelift here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. She scooted herself down to the old plastic surgery store and had her front end redone, basically. If you'd like to see if we have one of these in stock and available, give us a call or visit the link in the video description that says check for price and availability. We clearly publish pricing. We don't hide behind hidden dealer fees. We just don't engage in practices like that. We try to make everything simpler, easier, more fun for you here at Haylett RV. And we only do everything, whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, or everything in between. Now, it is bitter cold, and I know there are certainly areas where it is colder out there. But if I'm lucky, it's about 1 degree right now. So I'm wearing big old gloves. And my frosty breath is probably going to filter in through the image every now and then. So please understand, it's not super fun out here in the cold, but I'm doing this for you folks so that you get to, you know, see the things that are coming in. So really, it's kind of a case of brand new look, same great taste. They redesigned the front end of all the mini lights and standardized them. Some had windshields, well, they actually had front windows, not windshields, like this has. There is a difference. This is a higher grade glass, it's a lot stronger, superior impact resistance, all kinds of good stuff. Now they could get away with a window before because they put like a drop-down shield on it. So now they have the same automotive front windshield on this that they have in the Rockwood Ultra and Signature series. It created a little bit more front pass-through storage like you saw previously. It did add just a titch of weight, but not enough to change the tow vehicle. You can still tow this with all the same vehicles you could tow it with before. It also brings with it the addition of this front little cargo rack right there that's holding my handy red jumper box. You notice this is a full pass-through. All of your baggage doors are also magnet latched, and on bigger, high-level RVs, you see that pretty frequently, but not always on a little guy like this, and that's really who Rockwood is. Rockwood, generally speaking, I tell you, I'll make the argument that they're the highest equipment level thing in their class. Now, there's going to be very select areas where specific trailers might nudge them in specific areas, but overall, they have the highest equipment package out there. They do have an enclosed belly, and little stuff like this, they'll have slide side storage doors to be able to access bonus storage behind like sofas and dinettes and things like that. Now, down below us here, our suspension operates very differently. This is a torsion suspension system, not torsion. Well, they have torsion axles, but it's a Torflex suspension. That means you have four-wheel independent suspension system on here. Each wheel has its own independent 3-inch up-down variance. So this can actually have a greater wheel-to-wheel variance as compared to even the highest level luxury fifth wheels out there right now. It's also the most expensive suspension system used out there. The roof, full walk-on. This is a 5-sided laminated product, 6-sided aluminum skeleton. The floor is the only thing not laminated. Rockwood found out they were not decreasing weight, they were only increasing cost by laminating their floors. So they swapped over to the same type of flooring that a luxury fifth wheel has. Has a 5/8 tongue and groove plywood floor deck. You have 2x3 aluminum floor studs running longitudinally on 12-inch centers. So I mean, this has a heavy duty floor. The floor is really overkill, but that's just kind of Rockwood doing Rockwood things. Up top, you see that handy little MaxxAir vent fan cover. That's a neat thing on Rockwoods. They include the vent fan cover straight from the factory level, and they do that here even on one of their most, I hate to say basic because of the equipment package on this, but their beginner point, you know, where Rockwood's beginner point is past where a lot of other brands' lightweight stop, is what's pretty cool. And they're all built the same, whether it's this or the biggest fifth wheel they make, the construction's the same. The methods are the same, the materials are the same. It's just the size and a little bit of appointment difference. Now, they're all going to have important stuff like all LED tail and marker lights. That's a nice, handy feature safety item. Littler, oh wow, like I'm in 3rd grade, littler, geez, oh Pete, smaller trailers like this, shorter. Sometimes we'll have a single entry step. You see you still got a double here. Your Rockwood does benefit from an anti-slam entry door. That bigger handle's a standard item on here. But there is some optional equipment present, like this champagne skin package and some other things that you'll see inside. Not every single 2109S that we have is going to look exactly like this one. Many will. This is our preferred equipment loadout, but that doesn't mean it's your preferred equipment loadout. If you have a different idea, if you prefer one with a white skin instead of champagne, If you would prefer different interior options or decor things, we'll build you one. No big deal. But, you know, this is how we found most people from our dealership want to buy these. Now, that varies from dealership to dealership. If another guy tells you something different, he's probably not lying. He carries different products more than likely. I mean, right here, we're parked in the middle of our toy hauler section right now, but, I mean, just at a glance, you can see the different shapes and sizes and draw the conclusion very quickly and accurately that we carry such a multitude of different brands here. And little, like, if you're looking for similar floor plans to this, but you want maybe a different take on it, first thing I'd recommend you do is take a peek at the 192 RBS Freedom Express by Coachman that we have here. Basically, same floor plan, they just applied it differently. If you're looking for something like this, but you're on more of a budget, you want a little bit smaller, take a look at the 189 RBS Coachman Apex, which is a single axle version of something like this. A little more compact and 7 wide. But they're all great in different ways. Every RV is great in a different way, and that's why we like to carry so many different brands here to give you a lot of different options and opportunities. Now, the awning is basically as big as it could be. You're looking at the roof line saying, well, there's a lot of open exposed wall there, but if you look down, you see where it would interfere with the baggage door, so that's not really going to happen and fly very well. Quick solar prep connect type port there. Full outside grilling station. I was zooming in on that, but I was talking about other things. The TV that's inside can dismount and come out here on that black square on the wall. You see the Wi-Fi signal indicator over here. This has a built-in router access point called a Wi-Fi Ranger that makes you know, mobile connectivity a little easier. If you need some information on that, give us a call, or you know, I think I've done a separate video on that topic on our YouTube channel just to sort of give you an idea, because that's a whole different thing. Let's take a peek inside. Now, once again, remember, there's a lot of different ways you can make these look different cosmetically, and obviously a lot of different equipment options that you can put onto these things. But, you know, this tends to be how we've found customers requesting the most of them. So, you know, this is kind of how we've found we put them together here at our dealership. But again, I think that's all relative to where you live in the country and other products that a dealer might carry. Because, you know, every dealer has different wants and needs out of their products, and this accomplishes the goals we're looking for. Now, it's a really cool feature about this floor plan is that's not a big slide, and this floor plan actually doesn't need it. You can have the slide closed and this floor plan remains 100% functional. All the slide does is just kind of open it up a little bit and give you some breathing room. Now, up front, you can see there's a privacy shade on the big front windshield so that, you know, if you are laying down at night, you don't have to feel like maybe someone's peeking at you, whatever. You got your normal his and hers, you know, bedside hanging closets with full storage above. Now, when you do upgrade to the maple woodwork that you're seeing here, it is true maple raised panel hardwood doors, and you get that in both the upper and lower doors. With the standard Rockwood, you know, interior wood package, your lower doors, like this one over here, would just be a darker flat panel. So there is a little bit of a physical nicety about that. Now, you've got a 2-stage bed storage here. It's got like a trunk on top with triple drawer storage below. And what's kind of cool about that is it's very effective because it gives you like an extra shelf where you can store things. Now, I mentioned outside the TV can float inside or out, and obviously you can see that it can swing and pivot. So if you want that to face the sofa, if you want that to face the bed, it can do all that. Not a problem. This is another thing where Rockwood spent a little more money, and I've glossed over this too much in the past, I think, now that I think about it. You know, because at a glance, it's AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth, and it seems like every camper's got something like that. But there's a little difference here. First of all, it's app-enabled, before I get to, onto my next thing here. But IRV Technologies, you can get the IRV app for your phone, and you can turn your phone into a Bluetooth remote for this. So anything you can do here, you can do off your phone. But down here, you've got a USB charge port and then a face-mounted HDMI port. Why does that matter? Well, for those handy little like Amazon Fire Sticks or Chromecast or whatever, you can actually you know, plug one of those in and have a localized USB power source to be able to fire those things up. And then you combine that with the Wi-Fi Ranger's ability to give you a little bit superior fidelity, and I think that you're going to have a lot better campsite entertainment options. Now, they have full-size overhead cabinets. This is Lite without cheating. One of the areas that, you know, they put like an all-aluminum skeleton under the bed. If you look at the picture too on our website, you'll see that it's actually an all-aluminum skeleton under that bed. So everywhere they can, they save weight, but with the superior material. not with reduced structure. Your countertops are a standard solid surface, and that's fantastic. You know, it's just a higher grade material standard on these. The stuff that's optional on other brands tends to be standard on Rockwoods, and then they go a step above and beyond. That's nerdism number 37. You can look up in the dictionary. So the countertop extension over here, that can obviously fold up and down so that you get a little extra kick when you need it. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, that's a perfect little spot for a wastebasket there. And I don't know, they must have extended this floor plane slightly in recent years, because this countertop extension used to like almost block you from getting around the bed. And I'm a big grown guy, I can get around that no sweat now, so that's nice. Now, one of the things I specifically do, because they let me get involved in building the Rockwoods, I don't build the smaller ones under 25 feet with an oven. Most people don't use the oven. Maybe 1 out of 10, and they don't use it frequently. And I know maybe the person watching this, maybe you're that one person. I didn't say ovens are dumb. I didn't say nobody should ever have one. I said the majority of people. And, you know, this is built for the majority of people. And I also said I'll build you one to your specs. No big deal. But in the meantime, you gain that huge storage compartment down there and that additional drawer below where the oven would be to just really increase your storage capacity. And this little thing, look at all the cabinet space right here, and then all the cabinet space up here. And these are strutted doors that are, you know, easy to lift, and they stay out of your way, so you're not going to have a head knocker situation on these. Plus, we have a closet pantry by the entry door with adjustable, removable shelves. You want to kick those shelves out? Well, you can do that. You can kick the shelves out just like you kick the cat out of the house. No big deal. Turn that into a closet, a pantry, whatever you need. So not only is the counter solid surface, but you've also got a recessed stove and double sink so that you have maximum prep space in this little thing. Now, as we turn around here, I want to look up real quick. This has an open feeling vaulted ceiling, which is another nerdism. The point here is that it just helps it open up and breathe a little bit. And yes, it is fully walkable. All LED lighting in and out, remember. Over here, the slide out, they do still keep overhead storage above seating. That's something Rockwood's done for years, and a lot of other manufacturers have gotten away from, so they can try to save a little bit of money on cabinet cost, is the best I can assume here. A little bit of, sorry guys, camera focus issues due to my breath phasing in and out in front of the camera. So if you're motion sick, just ignore this for a minute. It's just going to look trashy for a second. Anyway, so the sofa here, this can fold down into a sleeper. There's also a removable table that stores behind that you can kick out here for dining. But what's neat is it's not a small table. It is the same width as the seating area of the couch. So if you are doing a couple's dining experience, you can sit down here and have plenty of elbow room for, you know, both of you to eat comfortably. We do like to also bump up the refrigerator doors to the raised panel inserts on these as well. Whew, man, it's cold. Okay. I mentioned the Max Air fan cover, but, you know, they've paired that up with the Max Air fan as well. So, again, luxury fifth wheel features on, 4,000-ish pound travel trailer. And dedicated linen storage in the bathroom. Rockwood has had, I feel, for a long time, some of the very best bathrooms out there. And I do feel that's one of the areas that has really led to a great deal of their success. That's a very deep sink, by the way. It's deceptively deep. The two-dimensional nature of this video doesn't really lend itself to show that. Now, by having a laminated roof, Rockwood can place those skylights wherever they want. And if you look at the location of the skylight, in reference to where the shower head will be mounted, it's in the perfect spot for a tall person like me to be able to stand in this thing without my head hitting the ceiling. So there's a lot of intelligent premeditation that goes into these things here. Doing just a quick pass through, make sure I haven't missed anything. I think we're pretty good. There's more to learn on these, but this should give you a decent idea if this is going to be something that might work for you. Give us a call, 800-256-5196. Hey, Lite RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.